All right. Okay. All right. Everyone knows that the Spurs have a point guard problem. Okay. It's very apparent. It's very obvious. I know everybody and their mom wants Trey Jones to get all of the minutes and he just run point guard solely. And that's not a reality. That's not going to happen. Nor do I think that that'll automatically equate to wins. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you for supporting, man. So I know everybody wants that. That's not the reality. That's not going to happen. And I don't think that'll equate to so many more wins. Okay. Like, while I love Trey Jones and he has many of games that's like, oh yeah, that was pretty good. And he has passes that's pretty good. And he manages the game very well. I don't think he's a bad point guard. He's a good point guard, but he's a backup point guard. And we already know that this is kind of a bandage on a wound, right? Like, it's like, it's fine right now. It's a Band-Aid, but what happens when you rip this Band-Aid off, right? So like, I think that what the Spurs actually need is obviously a really great point guard. We need somebody that's shifty, somebody that's crafty, somebody who has high basketball IQ, someone who can control the game fairly well, someone who can make pinpoint, accurate, beaming passes. And ladies and gentlemen, do I have a kid for you? Okay, do I have a kid for you? His name is Elliot Cadeau. Please, anybody that's looking at his stats and you're automatically saying, Clan, he doesn't look that good. I promise you, I think by the end of this season, at the end of the college season, he's going to be higher on mock drafts. I don't know if he'll jump into the mock draft this upcoming one. Maybe it's 2025, but I am praying that he goes into the 2024. He is so good. And obviously we got other players to look at. Okay, this is going to be the first player I look at because I just like him the most. Like, this will be the first one we go over. But man, oh man, he is good. He is good. We need a fast first point guard. This is who you need. Please don't go watch a full North Carolina game. When he's not in the game, it falls apart. When he's in the game, everything is so cohesive. He's just so good. He's so good. Oh, it's so good. Okay. I mean, I'm blown away by him. I love him every single time I watch him. Every single pass, every single read. It's so quick. He notices so fast. I'm going to talk about Isaiah Collier because I know a lot of people like get mad when I say I'm not crazy about Isaiah Collier. I'll tell you why. Maybe it's a bias on my part, but Elliot Cadeau, we'll look at the stats. It doesn't matter. It'll get better. I don't care. But yeah, so looking at the stats, first thing that you're going to notice, you're going to be like, oh my God, his 3-point percentage is not great. Which is true, but he doesn't take a ton of threes. He doesn't shy away from them. He's just a pass first point guard. Knowing the San Antonio Spurs, and this is another reason why I'm like, maybe he'll wait another year. I don't know. But just knowing the San Antonio Spurs, they'll get you in shape. They'll help you out there. So overall, only 7 points per game, 0.4 steals, 0.1 blocks, 4.1 assists. And it's like, well, Clan, he's not getting that many assists. Trust me. It's like when he's on the court, he's involved in almost every single play. It's usually a pass to assist. It's every single play. The way he controls the game is so masterful. Okay, it is stupid impressive. Hold on, can we do a game log? Let's do a game log. All right. Other than one game, which it was like the first 3 games, and he's a rookie, right? Super young. He was a rookie. He's a rookie. First 3 games, it's like, oh man, well, 2 turnovers, 4 turn. He was phenomenal. He had a game, this game right here against Tennessee. This kid put up 10 assists and they were earned, guys. I mean, he breaks down defenses because he's so shifty, because he's so crafty. He had 10 assists, no turnovers. None. He was so efficient. He was ridiculously efficient. Shooting is the only thing that I'm worried about, but I'm not worried about him being able to create his own shot because he can get open. He can make himself open. He's so crafty. These are the type of guys that I want. High IQ, crafty, shifty, quick. He is really good. Now, I know you're going to ask about defense. Like, how is he defensively? Well, he is 6'1", so he's shorter. Okay, I don't think he'll get much taller or anything like that. I don't think he'll have just a certain sudden boost. Probably not a burst. It's probably not going to happen. Okay, it's probably not going to happen. A growth spurt or whatnot. He already had that, so I don't think that that's going to happen. But as far as how he plays defense, it's fundamentally sound. He's in front of his guy. He's doing the right thing. It's kind of similar to Trey Jones. He's not a lockdown by any means, but he's serviceable, right? And I think that once he gets to the NBA, he's not going to be like exposed like you would think. He'll be totally fine, and we'll be surrounded around enough defenders. Hopefully Sidy Cissoko can eventually come into his own. We got Jeremy, we got Devin, we got Wemby. You know, we'll get some more guys. We definitely need a defensive wing, defensive small forward. We need something like that. But right now, I think that he'll be totally fine. Issue is that he's 6'1", but guys, it's like 6'1", but like my friend Swish Hill brought this up. He's like, he reminds him of Chris Paul, and I see it. I definitely see it. He got to work on his shooting. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I am not worried about that height. Watching him play, it's ridiculous. He sees everything. He's so quick. It's ridiculous to watch him and he's a rookie. He's a freshman in college. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So let me go ahead and tell you why I like Cadeau, but I'm not as crazy about Collier, okay? Because I know that that's one thing as well. By the way, he's Sweden American. He's American Sweden. So if you care about that. So this is why I don't really care for Collier that much, okay? Watching Collier play. I'm always a little weary of players that have to almost or elect to solely depend on their athletic ability, or not just their athletic ability, but just on their physical attributes as a whole. And I feel like Collier is not a lot of creativity in his shots. I don't see a lot of shiftiness. It seems very downhill. His defense isn't that good at all. It's kind of half-hearted. And it's totally fine to be able to utilize your strengths along with skill, but I don't think it's good when it's a player that solely relies on that. Like, for instance, you look at Giannis. Giannis, yeah, he uses his size, he uses his physical attributes, but he also has a significant skill to his game. And I feel like players that come to the NBA, I would rather you have a really great skill set or something specific that's a very great skill set, opposed to just the physical attributes, right? Like, I look at Luka Doncic. Yeah, he got some physical attributes, right? He got the strength and the size and everything, but for the most part, he doesn't have a ton of physical attributes, a ton of athleticism necessarily. You know, maybe some sneaky athleticism, but it's the skill. And that's what I care about more than anything, is the skill. Like, the reason why Wemby's so special is because, yeah, he has the icing on the cake, but he also has the cake. And I feel like the physical attributes are the icing on the cake and not the actual like skill that you have as a player, you know, being able to utilize those physical attributes to the best of your ability. And I feel like with Collier, at least from what I've seen thus far. Oh, pause. Oh my goodness. Did I say something? That's not good. That's not good. Clip that. I feel like with Collier, it's a lot of going to your chest, right? It's kind of some of those things that I would complain about. He has the cake. Oh, that wasn't that much of a pause moment. But it's kind of some of the stuff that I complain about with Keldon sometimes, right? Like, and by the way, last game, Keldon was great. I'm not saying anything. But, you know, it's kind of the same thing. It's like, oh, you're just going straight into the chest. You're just solely relying on that athletic ability. But you have other things that you should be able to go to. And I feel like with Elliot Cadeau, he has that. While he doesn't necessarily have like the physical strength or anything to just go straight into your chest, he has the basketball IQ, the passing ability, the shiftiness, the craftiness, the creativity to get his shot off. He is dangerous, and I really like him. Like, I really like him. And I'm gonna have other players that we go through as well. Just right now, that's how I feel. How's the D? Like I said, wait a minute, chill out. You're trying to catch me, aren't you? Trying to get me in a pause? I already talked about his defense. Why you think I'm dumb? Yeah, hey yo, yeah, I knew it. I knew you were doing that. Don't play with me. I caught that real quick. Don't play with me. Yeah, Clan, but how's the D? No, don't play with me like that. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Don't play with me like that. Caught me. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I saw what you did there. But yeah, overall, dude, he's really great. Just watch some North Carolina games, please. And just watch him. Just key in on him and how he plays. It's beautiful. It's beautiful basketball from him. He is the ultimate connector. I mean, this dude he's going to be elite playmaker in the NBA, I think. So I really like him. And this is the type of guy that I want the Spurs to grab. If we're talking about a future point guard, and every single pass, I just picture like, wow, I could see you giving that entry pass to Wemby. Wow, the alley-oop that you just gave to Bacot. It's like, yeah, I can see you doing that with Wemby. Sign Brittany Griner? I guess we could. But yeah, he's phenomenal, guys. Go watch him play. He's great. He's awesome. Love him as a player. Absolutely love him as a player. This is if right now, obviously we're gonna look into more. I don't know if he'll be like a top 3, top 5 player, but if the Spurs were to land outside of like the top 8 due to that Raptors pick, and that's what they want to roll with, or they want to roll with a point guard, and he's there, please, for the love of God, get Cadeau. And I'm hoping in the future, like, we can go back on this video in particular and say, hey, we talked about him. We wanted him. And I'm gonna have more on him too, because I really like this kid. I really do. But yeah. Good stuff. Once again, if you guys want to, 200, I need to put that on there. I need to put $200. Hold on. I know people are gonna get. We're gonna put $200 at the beginning. $200. There we go. I need to just make it a little smaller. There we go. There. $200 Spurs tickets giveaway raffle. $2 super chat or $2 to PayPal clan the Spurs fan at gmail.com to enter. That makes sense. That's coherent, right? I think that's pretty coherent. Oh man. Yeah, that's enough on this kid.